Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is the War Train here, and in today's video, I can't wait to show you guys my newest gaming pickups. I got a bunch of cool stuff that I can't wait to show you. But before we get into it, if you're new to the channel and you're not already subscribed, think about subscribing. With that said, let's check out these games. So the first thing I want to show you guys is the amiibos I picked up. I haven't gotten too many amiibos lately. I mean, they've really kind of died down, but Nintendo is still putting these things out. They just kind of come out randomly. Sometimes it feels like. Actually, these ones did. One of my buddies at my local GameStop actually texted me a picture of some of the new ones he got in, and I was like, yeah, I'll come pick some of those up. And this first one is no other than Kazuya from the Tekken franchise. Pretty awesome that, we got such random characters from other franchises in Smash Brothers. It's so cool, and I can't wait till all the amiibos winding up coming out for them DLC fighters. So we finally got this. It looks freaking stunning. Man, this character is ripped. You can see all the just muscles in his back and the scars. It's freaking killer, man. I mean, they do such a good job on these. So had to grab that one, and this one here was actually just like a re-release, and I have been eyeing this amiibo up for quite a long time. It's for the Fire Emblem franchise, and this one in particular was going for like $70 plus, and holding that value for actually probably a couple years now. That's why I didn't own this one, which is a Player 2 for Corrin. But also a Smash one, but like I said, a Fire Emblem character, probably released because of the newest Fire Emblem game. The box on this is pretty mangled. They were all like that. I think this was the best out of, I believe, 3 that they had. But regardless, I didn't care because I was able to get this from GameStop at a retail price. And like I said, this game's been holding for like 70 plus for a couple of years now. So I was pretty stoked to see that they finally released this. And by waiting, it was definitely worth it. And this next one here, another DLC fighter, absolutely awesome. Now this just is going to go with my other Cloud Final Fantasy VII amiibos, and that is Sephiroth from Final Fantasy VII. Just really freaking awesome. I love this, amiibo. I was waiting for this to come out for quite a while. Like I said, I'm going to sit this next to my Cloud Player 1 and Player 2 amiibos. Definitely deserve to be in Smash, especially after having Cloud in there. It just made sense to have the villain. But yeah, finally this came out. And I also ended up picking up some like more retro style games from GameStop. They had some 3DS and a couple other ones, so I grabbed a few 3DS games here. This first one is a complete copy of the Amazing Spider-Man 2. The case has got a little bit of some dingage in it, but otherwise still in pretty good shape. But everything's good inside. It is complete. This one didn't actually have a physical manual. It just has that white paper that says to check out a digital manual or whatever. But glad to add this to my ever-growing 3DS collection. And the next 3DS game I picked up was Ridge Racer 3D. Love the Ridge Racer franchise. This one is in a little bit of better condition. The box has got a little bit of some wear, but not bad. And this one is a complete copy. As you can see, it has a manual. And it was kind of weird when I got this. I was like, they had this like little tray with a bunch of different games, and I was paging through the 3DS to see which ones that I wanted to grab. And I seen this one almost immediately, pulled it out, put it in a pile. And it was funny because I started ringing up at the register, and then a guy came in and he was like, hey, I'm here to get that that Ridge Racer 3D for the 3DS. And I was like, oh man, I'm sorry, dude. You're like literally 30 seconds too late. I felt so bad. I did offer the guy like, hey, if you want it, because he collected Ridge Racer. He said this is the only one he didn't have. He said, man, if you really need it, I was like, here, you could take it, you know. I was like, I'm sure I'll see it down the road. But he was like, no, that's fine. He's like, go ahead, take it. He's like, I'll just order it on eBay or something. So I was like, okay, whatever. So there it is, the Ridge Racer 3D. You know, like I said, the guy literally was like 30 seconds too late. If he would have came right before me, he would have had it. And I got 2 other ones that I picked up together in this little haul here. And this first one for the Nintendo Wii, and that is no other than Kirby's Epic Yarn. I do own this game for the 3DS. The 3DS version I still have sealed. It was Nintendo's last physical game that they released on the 3DS. So I'm going to be leaving that one sealed, but I didn't have this, so I always wanted to grab this to actually be able to play it. And this was a really, really nice looking copy, really clean. Box is in great condition, and it also is 100% complete. With the manual and all the paperwork inside of it, and like I said, it's just in really nice condition. Just a nice looking box artwork and stuff. I like the yarn stuff going on. It's just cool, and this looks like a fun game for sure. So looking forward to playing this one. And this next one is one that I've had in my hand many times for a couple different consoles. And I haven't seen it in a while, and I had the money, and at this time I was like, you know what, I am finally getting this, and that is no other than Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3 for the Xbox One. This is a fantastic game. I have this game on the PlayStation Vita, absolutely love it. Looks gorgeous on the Vita, but I always wanted to have one of these console versions as well, just because it has a little more texture detail and all that kind of stuff, higher resolution. It's just such a great game, you know, and I wanted it in my collection to go alongside it too. And the newest one that they put out, the Infinity Stone Saga or whatever it is, actually not a bad game either. I enjoyed it. But yeah, as you can see, this guy is complete. Again, in really nice condition. I love the freaking artwork on this thing. Had to pick this up. And now for some newer pickups. So I got a little stack here, a couple Switch, some PlayStation stuff. First one here, I'm not 100%, but I believe this may be a GameStop exclusive for the physical copy. I'm not sure, I heard that. I think they told me that at GameStop, but don't quote me on that. And that is for Cuphead. This game finally got a physical release that actually has the game in it. Like, I do have this game physically, sort of, for Xbox One, but there was no disc. It was actually just a download code on the receipt, but it did come with a cool piece of artwork inside of it or whatever. But yeah, this finally has the game on the cartridge, and it does have the DLC, Delicious Last Course, which looks freaking awesome. Just had to own this. I love this game. My son loves this game, but God, is this game hard. I still have never finished this. I've made it pretty far, but man, this game, it'll make you rage, that's for sure. And this next one I wanted to pick up when Limited Run had this on their site, but I've kind of pulled back from Limited Run games just because of the, you know, waiting so long. When you pay for something, you're literally waiting like a year, and it's a little ridiculous. So I figured I'll try to get some of them games if I see them at Best Buy or on Best Buy's website, and I did just that. So the first one I got here is Axiom Verge 2. I love the first Axiom Verge game, so when I seen the second one was getting a physical release through Limited Run, I did want to get it through them, but you know, I was like, let me just wait. I'm sure it'll come to Best Buy, and luckily for me, it did, so had to grab that. And this next one, same kind of deal, and that is Quake. Fantastic, you know, just a retro game redone. I did play this when it first launched on Xbox Series X. MVG actually worked on this, which is pretty freaking cool. So yeah, I had to definitely support that. And yeah, fantastic game. I put a bunch of time into that version on the Xbox Series X and had a good time playing this basically Doom style game. A little different, but cool as hell. And there was one more of those games that I ordered together, but that one didn't show up yet. They didn't have it in any of my local stores, so they weren't shipping it. So they're actually going to ship it to one of my local stores so I can pick that up. So that one will be in the next pickup video. But my last Nintendo Switch game that I picked up was no other than Fire Emblem Engage. Absolutely fantastic. I love Fire Emblem. Man, this game, well, the gameplay of this is so solid. Story's not bad. It takes kind of a backseat though to just the gameplay, because that's what these games are about. I've already finished this game. I played straight through it. Absolutely loved it. The combat it's killer. It's like playing digital chess, but way cooler. And you see your characters attack. Yeah, there's definitely lots of strategy that goes into these games, and I do enjoy this. And it also came with this like pre-order bonus or whatever, this tarot card pack or whatever, which kind of makes sense. This has to do with one of the characters that you find later through the game that, you know, continues on your journey with you. He's like a dancer, and he has does tarot card readings or whatever. So yeah, kind of cool that they just kind of threw that in there. I really did want to get the special edition of this, but unfortunately I missed out on it with the pre-order, and it was sold out everywhere. Tried to get it when the game launched, sold out everywhere. So I don't know, maybe down the road I'll have to look for a copy of it, because I just love the nice big Nintendo special editions. They do a good job with those for sure. And it is a fantastic game. Highly recommend playing that, especially if you've never played a Fire Emblem game. They're definitely worth checking out, and at least learning the mechanics, playing a couple hours into it just to see if you like it, because it's not something you could just play a quick match or whatever and see if you're into it. You gotta definitely put a little time into it first before it really digs its claws into you. And this next one I also got from Best Buy, and another one, this one I did really want to order from Limited Run. I wanted the big, huge special edition, even though I would have been waiting forever for it. But God, it was awesome. I really freaking wanted it, but unfortunately it was expensive. And at the time I just didn't have enough money to buy it in time. And that is for Castlevania Requiem. So I at least had to get a physical version of this. I do own this game digitally on my PlayStation 4 and have so for years, probably since it came out. Freaking fantastic. Two awesome Castlevania games. You know, Symphony of the Night and Rondo of Blood. I mean, you can't really ask for much better than that. Especially to have these both on one disc. Freaking killer. Had to grab this. Glad I didn't miss this, that's for sure. I would have bought this on eBay if I had to, but I was getting a physical copy of this regardless where it came from. And now for my last two pickups, both two PS5 games. This first one here is Neptunia Sisters vs. Sisters. Don't know too much about this game. You know, it's from the Neptunia franchise or whatever. I have a couple of those games. Haven't really played into them. Very Japanese. You know, from what I understand, this is a you know, action JRPG, and probably right up my alley, as I've been playing just tons of just RPGs lately in the last few years. It's just pretty much, I'm playing everything as always, but definitely been diving into a lot of these different types of JRPGs and stuff, and absolutely loving them. Most of the games that I play anymore seem to be like 60 hours minimum, other than like this next one wasn't that long. And my last pickup is the Dead Space remake for PlayStation 5. Already beat this. Fantastic. I actually just finished this last night. Game looks great, even though for PlayStation 5 it did have some kind of issue going on when I first put it in on launch day. It was the textures were all pixelated looking. It looked really lo-fi, almost like they had a lo-fi you know, filter over it or something. But it turned out Digital Foundry did a video on it. It turned out with this version it was something with the shaders and stuff. And thank God they fixed that by the next day. The next day I fired it up I had an update, did it, it went away, and I was so happy because, man, it didn't look too good, especially on my 75-inch TV. I stood close to look at it, and it was just so pixelated. It looked like something from the PlayStation 1 almost, like a filter like that over top of it. I had to sit back to play it. Obviously, I did that anyway, but I had to sit back because it just looked too messed up. But luckily they fixed that, and I was able to play the rest of the game looking crisp and just gorgeous. Fantastic game. Like I said, finished this last night. There's not much else to say. You guys know the game. It's awesome. The remake, fantastic job. It just looks so much freaking better. Really enjoyed my time with this, guys. And really happy they did that damn update to fix this. But those are my pickups. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. What did you like here? What have you picked up recently? What are you playing? I'd love to hear about it. But thanks for watching, guys. I'm the War Train, and I'm out. Till next time.